What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Let's take a look at Fritzie ZIVIC and his 4-fight series with the great Jake LaMotta. And Fritzie ZIVIC was born May 8, 1913, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He died May 17, 1984. He was 71 years of age at the time of his death. I met Fritzie ZIVIC several times. This would be the year of one of the greatest Olympic teams in boxing history. 9 gold medals. 84 Los Angeles Games Olympic team. Fritzie ZIVIC stood 5 foot 10 inches and he had a 71-inch reach. He was a welterweight with a total fight career of 232 fights, 158 wins, 65 losses, 81 KOs, 4 knockouts himself. And he would have 9 draws. Fought from October 5th, 1931 to January 1st, 1949. 1949 would be the year that the great Jake LaMotta would become middleweight champion of the world when he defeated Marcel Cerdan. Jake LaMotta was known as the Bronx Bull. Born July 10th, 1922 in the Bronx, New York. He died September 19th, 2017 in the Bronx, New York. I met him several times. He stood 5 foot 8 inches and had a 67-inch reach. He was a middleweight. And he fought from March 3rd, 1941 to April 14th, 1954. Now, speaking of Fritzie ZIVIC, he had a brother by the name of Pete ZIVIC, Eddie ZIVIC, and Jack ZIVIC. He himself fought fighters such as Perfecto Lopez. Perfecto Lopez was in the ring with Henry Armstrong multiple times. Very good Mexican fighter. Fought him February 6, 1934. Fritzie ZIVIC was in the ring with Lou Ambers, who became a future lightweight champion. Was in the ring with Eddie Cool and Young Gene Buffalo, future light heavyweight champion. Billy Conn. Billy Conn was also from Pittsburgh. Charlie Burley. He himself was from Pittsburgh as well. He was in the ring with Charlie Burley 3 times. Phil Furr, Eddie Booker, Kid Azteca. My top 5 greatest Mexican fighter. Ozzie Bulldog Harris and Sammy Angot, who become the NBA lightweight champion. Henry Armstrong, 3-weight division world champion. Al Bummy Davis and Lou Jenkins. Lou Jenkins would become lightweight champion when he defeated Lou Ambers. He also been in the ring with Johnny Jadek, just to name a few. Became welterweight champion October 4th, 1940, New York's Madison Square Garden with a 15-round victory over the great Henry Armstrong. He held that title from 1941 to 1942. As for Jake LaMotta, he was in the ring with Lorenzo Strickland 5 times, defeated him 5 times. He was also in the ring with the great Sugar Ray Robinson 6 times, won 1, and lost 5 fights. Ozzie Bulldog Harris fought him 3 times and defeated him 3 times. Frankie Jameson fought him twice and defeated him twice. Lloyd Marshall lost to him. Burt Littell. Burt Littell was an outstanding black murderous row middleweight, but he would defeat Burt Littell. Holman Williams, who he would defeat. Jose Basora. June 10th, 1943, Jake LaMotta would defeat Fritzie ZIVIC with split decision, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It would be a 10-round affair. And the crowd would boo because they felt that Jake LaMotta had lost to Fritzie ZIVIC. Now, these 2 men will have very controversial victories amongst one another based on where they lived. You see, July 12th, 1943, Fritzie ZIVIC would defeat Jake LaMotta, split round decision, 15 rounds. And ZIVIC won 15 rounds in a rematch that was controversial. November 12th, 1943, Jake LaMotta defeated Fritzie ZIVIC in split decision, New York's Madison Square Garden, 10-round affair. And Jake LaMotta weighed 161 pounds. And Fritzie ZIVIC, 149. So in front of a 23,190 fans, screaming fans. January 17th, 1941. January 14th, 1944, Jake LaMotta defeated Fisticuffs ZIVIC, unanimous decision in Detroit. 10-round affair. There are 4 fights. Jake won 3, and ZIVIC won 1. Jake LaMotta was in the ring with Bob Satterfield and O'Neal Bell, who was out of Detroit, Cecil Hudson, and Marcel Sedan. Gene Hairston. What an outstanding fighter Jake LaMotta would have. And what was amazing, they had 4 fights in 6 months, 1943 to 1944. When I think of trilogies, when I think of unexpected events, when I think of controversial decisions, always comes to mind Jake LaMotta and Fisticuffs ZIVIC. Fisticuffs ZIVIC was a man, you might say, knew the tricks to his trade, had everything in the toolbox you needed to perform a task. He would thumb you, elbows. He would hit you to the hips when the referee wasn't looking. And sometimes below that. He would headbutt you. But it didn't deter Jake LaMotta. He was what they called a raging bull. And every time I saw Jake LaMotta, I always kidded him and asked him about Fisticuffs ZIVIC, and he'd laugh. And he said, "That's all you want to talk about?" He once told me that him and Rocky Graziano fell asleep in the park on the Lower East Side. Graziano woke up and asked him, "Is that the son of the moon?" Jake LaMotta jokingly said, "I don't know, I'm not from this neighborhood." 2 very good fighters. Fisticuffs ZIVIC would defeat Henry Armstrong, but he would get a lesson learned by the great Sugar Ray Robinson. Just wanted to go through these fights with you. Fisticuffs ZIVIC and the great Jake LaMotta. I'm Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Salute to Fisticuffs ZIVIC and salute to Jake LaMotta. Salute to my viewers. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Peace.